Hello everyone. My name is Yin Ding. The title of our paper is Task and Motion Planning with Large Language Models for Objects Rearrangement. The authors include Yin Ding, Xiaohan Zhang, Chris Paxton, and Shiqi Zhang. Multi-object rearrangement is a very important task for service robots, such as setting tables, organizing bookshelves, or loading dishwashers. Let's consider a scenario. A human may say, "Hey robot, can you set the table with a fork, a knife, a plate, a teacup, and a cup mat?" The request contains only a task name and some object names. The robot needs to understand these natural language instructions and execute them. To complete the task, there are a few challenges. The first challenge would be, given the target objects, how to compute semantically meaningful configurations. For example, the fork should be on the left and the knife should be on the right. It is important to be aligned with human preference. Another challenge is how to compute a feasible and efficient plan to arrange items. For example, if the robot wants to place a coaster under a cup, it needs to place the coaster first and then place the cup. If the robot wants to place a fork in a purple area, it should stand on the green points. These points are close to the target area and allow the robot to avoid the chair. When working in a large environment, the robot also needs to care about planning efficiency. To handle these challenges, we have developed a new framework called LLM-GROP. LLM-GROP consists of two components, a large language model and group. In the LLM, we extract common sense knowledge. It converts natural language commands into semantically meaningful object configurations. Group is a task and motion planner, which enables the robot to complete the object placements. To get the object configuration, we need to extract common sense knowledge from the LLM. We initially designed a prompt to extract the symbolic spatial relationship between objects. Through this prompt, we can obtain the spatial relationships between objects from the large language model. For example, a plate in the center of the table and a knife to the right of the plate. Having only symbolic information is not enough. We also need to know the distances between objects. Therefore, we designed a second prompt to extract the geometric spatial relationships between objects. We can then get the LLM's recommended object configuration after obtaining two different types of information. However, relying solely on LLM's responses is insufficient, as the knowledge of large language models is domain independent. It means that the knowledge does not consider world configurations, such as object shape, object size, and table constraints. Therefore, we developed an approach to generate many feasible object configurations. This approach consists of two steps. We first perform sequence sampling on object configurations. Then we use a rule-based method to validate the generated results. We can obtain lots of valid goal candidates in the previous steps. For each candidate, we can utilize an existing TAMP framework, called Group, to compute a task and motion plan to realize object placement. Group can also evaluate the plan quality, in terms of its feasibility and efficiency. After evaluating all candidates, we identified the most feasible and efficient plan for object rearrangement. Here, we have provided one demonstration. Objects are randomly placed on different tables in their initial positions. The robot needs to move back and forth between these tables, picking up the objects and placing them on the central table. As you can see in the video, our method can place items aligned with human preferences. For example, the plate is in the middle of the table. Here are the overall experimental results of our method. The y-axis represents the average user rating for the rearranged tasks. We can see that the score of our method is the highest. The x-axis represents the average time for the robot to execute the tasks. It is the most efficient of all methods. Besides this, here are some placement results of our method. In summary, the developed TAMP framework enables the robot to rearrange objects with under-specified requests. This is a real-world demo. In this example, the robot needs to figure out how to rearrange the 5 items on the table, such as placing the fork on the left and the strawberry on the plate. The final object placements were semantically valid, such as the fork being on the left of the dinner plate and the strawberry being on the plate. Thanks for your attention.